comment on the 6 service members who passed last week?
Who else?
Comment on the 6 dead soldiers. ABC News.
One of the worst, most fake, most corrupt.
Can you give a comment on the dead
what
soldiers?
ABC News? I think it's maybe the most corrupt news organizations on the planet. I think they're terrible. Okay, I don't want any more from ABC. Oh, one other thing that was AI generated. They showed about 250,000 people in a square saying how much they love Khomeini. Totally AI generated. And the problem is when you look at fake stories written by you people, written by and generated by AI. You're like, Jeff, do you know that these are fake stories?
I saw the reporting on it.
But you wrote about it. You talked about it. And you knew it was fake. It was AI generated.
No, I didn't know it was fake.
You did. You knew it. It'd be interesting to see what country wouldn't help us with a very small endeavor, which is just keeping the Strait open. And by comparison, it's small because Iran has very little firepower left.
Which countries have said that they will help?
Well, I can't say yet. It's a little early. They were contacted today and last night, but we've had some positive response. We had a few that would rather not get involved, whether it's whether we get support or not. But I can say this when I said it to them: we will remember. You go back and look at what I said years ago. I said, why aren't we maintaining the Hormuz Strait when it's really there for China and many other countries? Why aren't they doing it? And I'm bringing it up now because I think even long term, I think it's something that other countries should help us with. And again, remember this about 7. Just remember that it's something that we don't need. And these countries, their military has been greatly diminished. I think it's a good thing for other countries to come in. As I said to the Prime Minister of the UK, who sort of was reluctant to put his 2 aircraft carriers into harm's way, and as soon as we demolished, essentially, he said, we'd like to send our aircraft carriers. I said, I don't want them after we win the war. I want them before we start. Obviously, we'll be discussing what's happening with. We are talking to other countries about working with us on the policing of the Strait. And I think we're getting good response. If we do, that's great. And if we don't, that's right too. Remember, like as an example, in many cases, the NATO countries, we're always there for NATO. We're helping them with Ukraine. And many, it's got an ocean in between us. It doesn't affect us, but we've helped them. You know, we don't get, well, very little, 1%, 2%. And China, as an example, gets about 90% of its oil from the Hormuz Strait. Nice to have other countries police that with us, and we'll help, we'll work with them.
Is China one of them?
I don't want to tell you about that. I mean, China's an interesting case study. So I said, would you like to come in and we'll find out. Maybe they will, maybe they will. You know, there's some other deeper reasons why they may not. They should come in my opinion. It never made sense for years. We're going to start immediately, but we'll take a little time to get here. Some of the countries have minesweepers, that's good. Some of the countries have a certain type of boat that could help us. Some of the countries would be, it'll help. Remember, it only takes a couple of people to screw up the Strait. Really, I'm demanding that these countries come in and protect their own territory because it is their territory. It's the place from which they get their energy, and they should come and they should help us protect it. You could make the case that maybe we shouldn't even be there at all because we don't need it. We have a lot of oil.
Is the Strait of Hormuz safe for shipping right now, Mr. Secretary? No, it is not. That's one of the objectives at the end of this conflict, is to reopen the Straits of Hormuz. Most importantly, the Asian nations, Japan, Korea, China, Thailand, India, a meaningful part of their total energy supplies come from the Straits of Hormuz. So of course, the whole world will be united on the need to open Hormuz, and clearly we will have the support of other nations to achieve that objective.
Thank you very much.
They want to negotiate. Man, I don't think they're ready. Just on what I'm hearing, they want to negotiate badly, as they should, but at some point.
No, we never asked for a ceasefire, and we have never asked even for negotiation. We are ready to defend ourselves as long as it takes, until President Trump comes to the point that this is an illegal war with no victory.
Do you have any concerns about the political impacts of this? I mean,
I have to do what's right. You know, political, I'm sure everybody has concern. I can't say that I don't want to have any impact on oil prices for 3 or 4 weeks or 2 months. The prices are going to come tumbling down as soon as it's over, and it's going to be over pretty quickly.
The consequences strategically for us moving so many assets in the region means that we're endangering the assets we have necessarily in, potentially in other areas, and tragically costing 13 lives. If we allow this to happen, then we give Trump the permission to say, okay, finish with Venezuela, I went to Iran, now I'm going to go to Cuba, now I'm going to go to North Korea.
Cuba's a failed nation. Cuba also wants to make a deal, and I think we will pretty soon, either make a deal or do whatever we have to do. But we're going to do Iran before Cuba. They've been waiting 50 years for what's happening with Cuba. So I think something will happen with Cuba pretty quickly. Talking to people like you about that. I mean, why would I tell you I'm sending or not sending? I don't.